Hey everybody, I'm EDC Gunner and welcome back. Today I decided I'm gonna make a little collection video, show you my watch collection. And like you all know, I love watches, and most of you guys are thinking that I have lots of watches, but that's not the truth. Like you can see, here's a small collection of all usable, affordable pieces. These are all very affordable watches. Even if you are third world country like I am, but doesn't matter. They are all good watches, and this is not a rich fucker's collection. I'm not a rich fucker, so let's get that out of the way right now. But this is a very meaningful collection, and I did have a large collection of watches, around 30 pieces of when everyone starts collecting, so you want to have everything. And I had a whole set of Russian pieces, vintage Doxas, all kinds of Palats, Raketas, all variations and stuff like that. And at one point I decided I'm not gonna go that road, because I know a guy who has 300 pieces and he just keeps buying pieces. And since that I sold all those watches, and pretty much basically the only watch from that period is this one, and I have it, and I started all over again. So in the past year I started building little by little collection, and that's the best thing about collecting. It's not about having lots of money and go to the boutique and buy all that shit. It's a raw journey, deciding what to do next, how to get it, where to get it, and all that stuff. So this will be my little collection. I like to think that I have all the genres covered on watches. So I have dive watches, dress, pilots, and stuff like that. So stick around, I will show you each watch by person. Okay, I'm gonna start with my first automatic watch. My first watch that got me into watches. I liked watches before. As a kid, I always saved up money to buy those cheap Casios and the watches, but when the battery ran out, I lost them all. But this one was a gift from my father, and when I got it, I started investigating a bit, because it was an automatic watch and I didn't really know what automatic is. Just knew it runs without battery, and I had it serviced and a bit of a polishing. I did a bit of polishing. I polished the glass. It's a plastic glass. This is a Seiko 5709 from 70s, and it's just a lovely watch, a bit of a reminiscent of a Datejust. So this could be a poor man Datejust, but I don't really care about that. This is a watch that got me into watches, and I started investigating, googled it, found out about the watch snob, read. I'm a big fan of his column even today, and they had a little article on AskMan.com there. They were finding the world's cheapest high-end watch, and they came up with this Seiko 5. And I know it's not a high-end watch, but it has some characteristics as in-house movement, family traditions, and stuff like that. But overall, it's a lovely watch. I used to wear it daily before I got other watches. It has a nice original Jubilee bracelet, very comfortable, very thin, folded over links, nothing special, not a good quality like on the watch itself. If you have it, it's a good thing to keep it on a leather band, but I just want to keep this as original, and I still like to wear it. It's classy. It has a wide dial, but it's a pearly dial, so it kind of shimmers on the light. It's a beautiful watch, keeps great time, and it's a lovely watch to start and to get you into watches. And Seiko is always a winner, especially in affordable range. Okay, I kind of started from this bottom row, and down here is my go-to dress watch. It's a vintage Omega. It's a 613 manual wind watch. It's beautiful, well preserved. I was on a hunt for a steel one, but this came up just like from the factory. It's all original except for crystal, because it had a large crack and I had to replace it, but everything else is original on it. Of course, band is not as well, but I don't care about that. Lovely minty Omega, and most of the people like patina on their vintage watches and stuff, but I just like to find the cleanest example of this, and this one was sitting in a drawer ever since 1969, and this is Omega from 1969. It's beautiful, has a pearlescent dial, and it's just a looker. Overall, whenever I wear this watch and all of this my watches, it's a good test that I keep staring at all the time, and I just love manual wind watches for that reason as well, because it has a more deeper connection with the watch. It's a lovely watch, beautiful. It's a bit small, but that's vintage watches are like that. It's a 35, but this case shape appears larger on the wrist because of this fat lugs. And I had other Omegas which are just round, and they are very smaller. They wear very smaller on the wrist than this one, and I absolutely love this one, just like Seiko. And I don't mind the small size at all. It's just more sophisticated. It's very comfortable to wear, and I don't just use it for dress occasions. I wear it whenever I feel like to. Okay, moving on to the next one. This is another Seiko 5 watch. Basically just like the white one here, but upon reading that article from askman.com, they mentioned the model with the pearl green dial, which is, I must tell you, this is much nicer in person than on the video, and you just pair it up with this nice burgundy band, and you got a very good expensive looking piece. And let me tell you, I started flipping watches, and that's how basically I bought all of these watches at no cost from the budget, because one thing is to be rich and collect watches, one thing is to be affluent, and one thing is to have keep having, you gotta have money aside for other stuff, more important stuff, for family, for school, for college. If you're a student, I'm a student, and you cannot afford a lot of watches, but it's still fun to collect. And I think that this watch and this my collection proves that you don't have to be rich or nowhere near the rich to be enjoying watches and to still have a good quality watches in your collection. And these are all watches, iconic models, Seiko 5, vintage Omega. You cannot buy a contemporary Omega, you can buy vintage Omega, and their value will go up in the future. But this is just watch that looks like I know, it looks like $10,000 watch, and it's not. It's very affordable. Seiko 5 with the green dial. I put this nice strap on it, and I have so much fun wearing this, and it's so unique and looking. And as a flipper of watches, I had so many Seiko 5s in my hands, but this was quite rare dial look, and I kept it, and I will always, probably always have this one, because it just looks so cool, neat and unique, and it's an emerald dial, and this one actually looks like a high-end piece, and has a in-house movement Seiko. You know the story, you watch this long video, you know Seiko. So I love this piece. I put it on this aftermarket band because Seiko 5 watches come on a bracelet. You know the deal. They are not of the same quality as the watch, but the watch is just one of my favorite here, alongside with the Omega. Okay, which way to go now? Okay, let's start with this one. And this is my Quartz watch in a collection, because if you have affordable collection, the Quartz watches are gonna have to at least have one, and Quartz watch is useful to have because sometimes you are in a hurry, you just want to run, and you don't have a time. You don't have time to fool around and set the stuff. So this is my crab and gull watch, and it's also a good looking watch because I get a lot of compliments from the ladies. No matter where I go, it's always noticed, and I get at least one compliment a day when I'm wearing this. And it's a Tissot PRX 575, something like that. It's a bit older model than the contemporaries watches, but there is a still available Tissot PRX. They are a bit pricey. They're around $400, but I got this on a great deal, so I didn't pay that much. It runs on an ETA, Quartz ETA, 22 joules. Absolutely beautiful watch. Bracelet is a top-notch, great quality, and overall watch is it's a Tissot, and the name speaks for itself. It's a great watch. It's 40 millimeters, just the perfect size, and most of my watches are 40 millimeters, and that's a basically sweet spot for me. And it's a cool watch. I love it, and I wear it too. It's very hefty as well. When you put it on your wrist, you can feel it, and you can feel its quality. Next watch is a Russian piece. So this covers a Russian piece in my collection. Ticks so many boxes, so I had to have it. And this is not a piece that you can just go somewhere and buy it. You gotta have to a bit of a search, wait, hunt, and all that good stuff when it comes to watches. That's the case also with this green Seiko. You cannot easily buy this green color, so that's even more sweeter for me. And this is a Polot. It's a chronograph, aviator, Russian piece, chronograph, mechanical chronograph. So it ticks a lot of boxes in my collection. And it's also pilot's watch. It's a limited edition, but I don't know how much you can call limited edition of 570 pieces. So but it's a definitely cool watch, Russian KGB stuff, and the Russian watches have a very rich history, and they are very cool. They are watches that are just different, and each of these watches is different for itself, but this one is just has that aura of KGB and stuff like that. It's also a pilot's piece, and it's a very nice watch, and you cannot find it, like I said, very easily. I had it, I bought this secondhand. I did an overhaul, cleaned it up. I have a great watchmaker, and I did all that stuff, and it's now basically just like brand new, perfect. Polot Aviator 1. This is the model which is discontinued and it's no longer produced. And you can find this exact same watch, but it says Mac time, and that doesn't work for me. So I was happy to find this piece here. It has a signed crown as well. It's a bead blasted case, just real pilot's watch, and it's a mechanical chronograph. So what more can you want from this one? It's not that expensive. It's probably one of the cheapest. This is actually a cheapest mechanical chronograph you can find manual one. It's a 3133. It's a basically upgrade of a Vaju 7734, and you know the history. I have a review on this watch and on every single one of these watches, so you can check that out. Just type Pilot Aviator 1 EDC Gunner and you will find the review for this watch or any other. So moving on to the next watch, and this is Orient Ray. This is quite a looker in this collection, and you can see the blue dial. I had for a long time Orient Mako, Black Mako, and when I got a Black Mako, I was a bit more conservative and I didn't want to buy blue Mako, so I was contemplating blue black, and I got a Black Mako, and the opportunity about a month ago, the guy offered me same amount of money I bought my Mako, so I sold it with the intention of buying Ray, which is basically Orient Ray is an upgrade of a Mako. So those guys in Orient listened the critiques and the people who are criticizing Mako for a lack of this and that, and they created this one. And I got the Ray. It has an improved loom. It has a super good, better loom than on the Mako, and I got the blue one because I wanted to see all the hype that surrounds the blue Ray, and I really love it. I only have it for a month now, but it's one of my favorite pieces. Great summer watch, and I will probably wear this all summer, all long. And this dial is very dark. This blue Ray is a dark watch. It's a dark blue. I was expecting it to be a bit brighter, but that's great. And this watch is in the evening when you go out in the bars and something. This completely transforms. At the sun, it's a different watch. Here, it's a different watch. At the evening, it's a black watch, but has this nice shimmer. And overall, most of the time, it can pass as a black watch, more conservative. But when you take it outside on the sun, it gives you a little surprise, and it's a really nice surprise. And you can see this shimmer, and this is a great value for money. If you want to start collection, buy this one, and this is one of the best $150 watches, divers watches there are on the market right now, and highly recommended by me. And everyone should have at least one decent watch, no matter if you're a collector or enthusiast or not. But this was the watch you should get. It's beautiful, and I really love it. It has a nice band, and basically very good upgrade from Mako. And the last piece of the collection here is a Seiko, legendary Seiko, and the king of affordable watches, like most of these are here. And this is the watch I got from service the other day, so when I decided to do a collection, and I keep it on this brown, dark brown aviator style band, and it suits it perfectly. I do have a rubber one, and also I have a bunch of needles which I carry on a couple of these watches, especially on this one. But I've been wearing this on this nice leather aviator style, so it's kind of contrast, but it looks nice. And I have a particular video about it, but it's a great watch. This is a Hall of Famer watch, and most of these watches are iconic in its price range, and this is also the best, just like Ray, the best value for money. And this is a certified diver's watch. Ray is not, but I believe it can still do exactly what this watch can do. It's a just beautiful diver's instrument tool watch, and I wear this watch. You can see a couple of notches here on the bezel, but overall it is my sort of a beater watch. I don't have a G-Shock because I use this one for pretty much everything. So this is a tank. Has a great tone. It's a professional diver watch, IOC certified. Has a nice crown here at the 4 o'clock, which is nice detail. Bezel is so smooth, and you all know about this. You know the volume here. You know the bezel is just like a fine instrument. You can hear the clicks. It's so easy to go. And 120 quick bezel, has a nice here background, a scuba wave. Just a great watch, and whether you buy Ray or this one, you won't go wrong. This one is even better, but the Ray I think looks a bit better, but this one is a great instrument and great watches for all you guys who are even not a watch guys and still watching me. Thank you. And I just want to say this is a great shit hits the fan watch, apocalypse watch. It doesn't need battery and stuff like that. And for all of you who are into watches and watching this, you know this watch, and this is great. Highly recommend it. I was gonna buy myself Amphibia, but I got Ray, I got this one, so I'm gonna wait if some good deal comes up, and not, I feel that I don't have a space for Amphibia right now in my collection, and I don't wanna buy more of these price range watches. I'm gonna try to save up a bit more and take my collection to the next level, and in the meantime I'm gonna enjoy all these watches here, and I'm gonna be equally happy with all of my watches, no matter the price and stuff like that, and I'm gonna enjoy them until I take my collection to the next level. And these are all good watches, good quality watches, usable, and very much recommended. So I'm not gonna expand my collection. I'm gonna continue show you the various pieces like this Braille, which deserves honorary mention because it's not a part of my collection, but very good quality watch. And I do have other watches too. I have this Tissot. It's a very good, nice quality watch, but I have this one here, so I don't keep this in my collection, so those are not part of the collection. This says thank you for watching. I'm EDC Gunner, and if you have any questions, suggestions, critiques, whatever, leave a comment. Subscribe if you're not subscribed, and see you guys soon. Thank you for watching.